have decided to inflict her with only one sentence, that is sentence of death.
It's a tense Monday in Bangladesh, a day nobody would have seen coming. Not last year, not last decade, not even in the last century. Because today, Sheikh Hasina was sentenced to death. A former Prime Minister, an icon of democracy, the daughter of Bangladesh's founder, and today she is a convict facing death. It's a massive moment in the country's politics, a moment that could quickly devolve into violence and chaos. So tonight, let's take a closer look at Dhaka. The day began with some tension. Everyone knew that Sheikh Hasina's verdict was due today. Her case was being heard at a special tribunal. Her charges included mass murder and use of lethal force, basically crimes against humanity. In the morning, security was beefed up at the tribunal. Several protesters also turned up near Hasina's ancestral house. At one point, even clashes broke out. Some quick context here. This case dates back to July 2024. That's when mass protests broke out in Dhaka, July last year. Sheikh Hasina was Prime Minister back then. She ordered the security forces to restore order. But things did not go to plan. As the protests grew, radicals and Islamists hijacked it. So the security officials responded with force. What followed was a tough crackdown. The United Nations says around 1,400 civilians were killed. Now, prosecutors say that this was all planned, that Sheikh Hasina asked the forces to kill the protesters, which brings us to present day. The tribunal found Sheikh Hasina guilty of all these crimes and it sentenced her to death. And when that decision was announced, cheers broke out in the room.
To inflict her with only one sentence, that is sentence of death.
As expected, Sheikh Hasina has rejected the verdict. Let me quote from her statement. The verdicts announced against me have been made by a rigged tribunal established and presided over by an unelected government with no democratic mandate. They are biased and politically motivated. Sheikh Hasina goes on to make two crucial claims. Number one, the trial was rigged. She wasn't even allowed a lawyer of her choice. Instead, the state appointed a lawyer. So she's calling this trial a rigged one. And number two, this trial is meant to destroy Hasina's political future. That's what she says. It's not about justice, it's about politics. And Hasina backs up this claim with a dare. She is asking the interim regime in Dhaka to take this case to the ICC, that's the International Criminal Court in The Hague. This court, ICC, specializes in crimes against humanity. So Sheikh Hasina says, let's have a trial there. But for some reason, Dhaka has not done that. Instead, they're celebrating this verdict. And frankly, it's not surprising. The new rulers of Bangladesh are keen to stamp out the liberation legacy. They don't believe in a secular, progressive country. They're pushing for an Islamist Bangladesh. And today's verdict is a key moment in that transition. The question is, what happens next? Well, there are two things to watch out for. One, what will Hasina's supporters do? She still has thousands of loyalists in Bangladesh. Will they hit the streets or will they pursue legal means? That's the most important question to watch out for. Sheikh Hasina's party is sounding defiant and angry. They're preparing for war, they say.
The verdict declared today, Bangladesh's people refused it. They don't accept it. Never will. To protest this verdict, a countrywide shutdown will be effected tomorrow. Our war will continue and get more severe as long as the illegal Yunus government does not step down.
Hasina's party has called for a nationwide lockdown tomorrow. There will also be protests. They plan to organize protests from November 19 to 21st. And this is an ominous sign in Bangladesh. This is a country where power resides in the streets. Sheikh Hasina herself used street protests to restore democracy. The same streets forced her to flee in 2024. All indications are that her party wants to mobilize now. They want to protest and fight. Let's see if they can back up all this talk. Secondly, there's a question that concerns India, because that's where Sheikh Hasina is, in India. She's been living somewhere in New Delhi since 2024, since she fled Bangladesh, and Dhaka wants her back. Listen to their statement today. I'm quoting again. We call on the Indian government to immediately hand over these two convicted individuals to the Bangladeshi authorities. This is also an obligation for India under the existing extradition treaty between the two countries. So will India agree? New Delhi has reacted to the verdict. It has simply noted Sheikh Hasina's conviction. India has also promised talks to further democracy in Bangladesh. Nothing at all about extradition in that statement. Now, we do have an extradition treaty with Bangladesh, but that treaty has exceptions. It says India can deny the request on multiple grounds. For example, if the charges are in bad faith. So expect New Delhi to push back. Having said that, this will be a tumultuous period for the region. A lot depends on Sheikh Hasina's party. Can they mobilize to fight this verdict? Or have they run out steam after 15 months of crackdown? We'll be tracking this one closely for you.
Want the facts?
The latest developments?
News that gets straight to the point.
Well, we've got all three just for you. This is Firstpost Live, a brand new show, your window into what really matters.
Don't miss it.